Like, it is just rushing through the roof, right on top of the PC, into the floor. Good morning, folks, and happy Monday. Or should I say not so happy Monday, because, well, I had a strange feeling we were coming down on something last night, but I was trying to ignore it, trying to avoid it, and we came down with something. This just freaking sucks. Not to mention, we compete this weekend, so we need to get better, like ASAP. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to give the doctor a call and get some medicine into us and crawl back into bed in hopes that we feel better later today. Hope this is knocked away quickly, you know what I mean, folks? This just freaking sucks. What is the freaking chances? The week of a match and we get sick, and not just sick, but like, I feel like shit. This blows, folks. This straight blows. But let's get in here. See if JB has been able to find us an appointment time. Well, good news and bad news. Good news is our prescription is ready. And, well, I guess I got multiple good news. One is our prescription is ready. And then two is we are feeling much better after that last nap, I guess you could call it, than we did this morning. Seems like we may have just been able to naturally relieve ourselves of this. We probably could have just raw dogged it, you know what I mean? We may have not needed medicine, but hopefully the medicine will make it so that we are back to 100% by Saturday. We at least need to be freaking 70% by Friday so that we can make the weight cut. But shoot, we may not need to cut weight. We may not need to. The sickness may just run the weight out of us, you know what I mean? But the bad news is the doctor doesn't think it's just a sinus infection. He thinks that I have like an abscess in one of my tonsils because my uvula is pushed to the side. I think that I might just have an overly sensitive uvula. Maybe my uvula is kind of a bitch and wants to run away, wants to run to the other side of my throat when it hurts. But it is the whole entire right side of my body that's hurting, so that's where her assumptions are coming from. But either way, we're gonna go grab our prescription and we're gonna hope that it makes us feel better ASAP. Luckily, she gave us some prednisone, so that'll knock away some of the inflammation in our bodies. But yeah, I guess let's get to Publix. Let's maybe grab us a pub soup, grab our prescription, and then get back home, crawl back into bed, and then wake up when it is kids' class time, and hopes that we can go teach them. We're doing everything in our power to try to make it to them today. So, this freaking blows. Why does it have to happen the week of a comp, and an important comp too? It's just part of life. Getting sick, it's just part of life. But we have made it to the Publix. Let's run in here. Let's grab our prescription. Let's grab something to eat because we have not eaten today, and it is almost 1:30. And let's get back home and crawl our butts back into bed, folks. This is not how I would usually treat getting sick. I wouldn't just like stay in bed all day. I would usually like try to persevere and push through, get movement, and movement is the best medication. But because we compete this weekend, we can't take the risk of, well, maybe I'll feel better, maybe I won't, maybe I will, maybe I won't. No, you gotta go straight to a doctor, get whatever's in you out of you so that you can be the best you for Saturday. So it's like the worst timing it could happen, but oh well. Just another I think of it as like a kind of like a little challenge. Can we win this weekend after being freaking deathly sick? Guess we'll find out. But let's run in here, let's grab our prescription and grab a little bite to eat and then get home. Alrighty, prescription grabbed. Let's hope this knocks it out of us and we don't have to go to the hospital as recommended. Hopefully it is just a sinus infection and the medicines do its job. So let's head back home, folks. We got us a little Panera soup. Let's get home, let's warm this up, let's eat it, let's pop our medicine, and then let's go lay back down for a bit. And we are back home, folks. Let's head inside, let's grub down, let's take our meds, and let's get back in bed. I guess today is just not our freaking day, folks. Just not our day. As we were finishing up to leave to go to the kids better today than they were yesterday, we get a giant ass leak. And guess what it's leaking over? My freaking PC! And the whole entire freaking basement. It's all flooded. Everything. I mean, it's just not stopping either. It's just pouring. Puddles of water. Puddles. Thousands of dollars just down the drain if this shit doesn't work. I'm about to cry, folks. I don't know what to do. God, this pisses me off. Oh, shit. I guess we're going to do whatever we can to get this to stop flooding. It is just rushing through the roof, right on top of the PC, into the floor. We've got all the cords to the PC moved. We got the PC moved. I'm going to hope it still works, that it didn't get completely destroyed, but I got no idea. I got no idea. None. Gosh. This just freaking blows, folks. Blows. So I guess we're not going to get the kids better today than they were yesterday. We're going to figure out how to deal with this freaking leak. At least we were still here. That's the positive about everything. At least we were still here. It could be a whole lot freaking worse. A whole lot worse. But we've gotten most of it dried up. I'm going to find another towel and finish wiping everything down. This is just upsetting. Devastating. I've never had to cancel kids' class. Ever. And it just breaks my heart that I have to. Not to mention that everything just freaking got ruined. I don't even know if my computer works anymore. I freaking ripped it out of the wall and just started running. I don't know if anything works anymore. I don't know. I don't know what was ruined and what wasn't ruined. Well, I guess we'll figure that out later. But I guess let's finish trying to dry this out and be as positive-minded as possible, because JB's adrenaline has dumped and she is vomiting out of the ass. Not literally out of the ass. Like, she's not blowing chunks out of her butthole. She ain't shitting herself. But she is literally blowing chunks. Well, good news. We just about got everything dried up. Used up literally every towel in the house. But we were able to get this thing to turn on. And according to my monitor, it is working. My keyboard and my mouse are 1000% ruined. There's like a pile of water in it, so I can't really boot it up right now. I'm gonna have to get a new keyboard. I'm not even gonna try to plug that in. Like, when I say, like, I turned that joker over and it looked like I was pouring out a bottle of water. I'm not connecting that to my computer to cause a short, and it probably won't, but just to be safe, I'm not connecting it. But according to, at least it booted up so that the important things are still good, you know? My processor, my GPU, my CPU, I think I just said that, I said processor, sorry. Still a little ticked. Motherboard's good. Maybe there's something in there that may be a little screwed up, but as of right now, it seems like everything is working. Let's get back to finishing cleaning. Let's mop the house. Let's get this joker from top to bottom, since, well, Now we both have the day off. Not what we wanted. Not at all what we wanted. Wake up sick as a dog and end the day sad as a puppy. But this thing's still working, and that's all that really matters. Let's get back to cleaning, folks. Well, we have gotten everything cleaned up that we could get cleaned up, and it doesn't seem like that much was damaged. And on a good note, I mean, I had been wanting to like freaking clean the room, clean the house spotless, and well, I wouldn't slow down to do so. Well, today we had to slow down to do so. So the silver lining is the house is now clean. I mean, it's spotless. I would eat a meal off of that floor, honestly. Well, probably not right this second because, well, the mop head smelled like absolute dog dookie. So we figured we'd wait on mopping, but we've gotten everything swept up. We've gotten everything dried up. I'm like, when I say swept, I mean every little bit of the dog hair that is in the room, every little bit of dirt that is in the room has been removed. So, gosh, folks, that was not what I wanted to happen, obviously. But, I mean, things happen in life. Things happen. And you can either let it break you, or you can put your head down and get the junk done. You know what I mean, folks? So I guess we're going to go get a little bit of movement in. I'm freaking starving right now, like sickeningly starving because, well, the prednisone is going to boost my appetite. And the Z-Pack, well, it already tears up my stomach every time I take it. So it was bound to happen. I guess let's go get a little movement in because, well, no matter what happens, whether our car is broken down, our house floods, we get sick as a dog, we are not skipping this match this weekend. Like I said, there's Jamie Pickett on the card who fought Bo Nickel. I know that he didn't have like the best outing with Bo Nickel, but he fought Bo Nichols. So he has a name to himself now. Then there's Eric Anders who knocked out Chris Weidman. So, yeah, it's an amazing opportunity for us to grow our career, to grow us, to meet some new people, to reach out, to, you know, all the good things. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to go get a little movement in. I would get a little drilling in too, but, well, the mat is messed up. So what I may do is just work arm drags on JB. I don't know. I have no idea. But what we are going to do right now is we're going to get some movement in so that at least our weight is not screwed up. You know what I mean, folks? So let's go knock out this run, break a little sweat, get in better shape today than we were yesterday so that our weight isn't jacked up and we can still go do great things this weekend. Still not feeling 100%, folks. Kind of honestly still feeling like dog shit, but hey, at least we're up now. I mean, earlier today we were not up. We were indeed sleeping, and there was nothing that was gonna get us up. We're up now. So I guess let's put all the things that, well, just transpired over the past 2 hours out of our head, and let's go knock out this run, folks. Let's go get in better shape today than we were yesterday. Run complete. And, well, I'm feeling much better now that we have knocked out that run. Mentally, physically, emotionally, heck, even spiritually better. All around, I am feeling better now that I've knocked out that run. And good news is it doesn't feel like it's down in my lungs. It feels like it's still just the upper respiratory infection. So hopefully catching it early will have protected my lungs. Because the only thing that is really in pain is my ear, my head, my throat, and my muscles are sore. So hopefully it was just some strep or an upper sinus respiratory infection instead of a lower respiratory infection like we got a few months ago. Because if so, this weekend was going to be tough. Not saying it's not going to still be tough, but shouldn't be as tough. I guess, folks, let's finish this up with a little bit of push-ups, a little bit of shadow boxing, and then since we're grappling this weekend, a little bit of stance and motion. Let's go rinse off. And let's go get a new mop head. Let's go most likely get a new keyboard and get some food. Because, well, both JB and I are starving because we both slept all day. Because she was supposed to be going to work today and, well, I was supposed to be recovering. And I think we've recovered a good bit. We should be back in the gym tomorrow. The antibiotics should be doing their job and we should be feeling better soon. I mean, I feel better than I did this morning, but still not 100%. So hopefully tonight's sleep will do that for me. But yeah, let's finish this up and let's go get the things that we need to get and call it a day. Well, we got freaking greased up from that shadow boxing and stance in motion. What do I mean by stance in motion? Just like you're pretending like you're grappling with someone, pretty much. Since we had a 10-minute match, we did a 15-minute one. And since we have 3 3-minute rounds in our fight, we did 5 3-minute rounds. I mean, yeah, 5 3-minute rounds. Sorry, thought I said 3 5-minute rounds, but no, I said 5 3-minute rounds. Needless to say, we are greasy, and I'm thirsty. So let's get inside, let's chug some water, let's rinse off, and let's get on out of here to go find something to eat, and a mop, and what else? Oh, and a new keyboard. Well, we are cleaned up and headed out of the door, folks, and, you know, I guess today is a prime example of why partners in life matter. Because, honestly, folks, if it wasn't for JB, I would have probably, started kicking the damn door down. Started slamming my freaking fist through some drywall. I'd have probably had a straight mental breakdown. And I don't mean to speak for her when I say this, but I think she would have too. Because while I was inside, wiping things up, cleaning things up, trying to get things done, and she was outside, I thought moving the chair outside. I step outside because she'd been out there for a while, and she is throwing up, and she is throwing up bad. And I was like, "Are you throwing up?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then she comes back inside, she looks at everything, she goes outside and she does it again. Obviously, she was having like an adrenaline dump, a panic attack. And honestly, if it wasn't for each other, I definitely think the situation could have been 1,000 times freaking worse. From things being destroyed to people having straight mental breakdowns. To someone possibly getting hospitalized because their heart was beating out of their chest. Well, folks, when you find that true partner in life, there's about nothing that can be thrown your way that's like, all right, this is gonna destroy me. No, we have each other to lean on. So, I guess that's just another reason to. Nah, I ain't saying you gotta find the love of your life in high school, but it's a reason to not be a screwhead and to find someone who truly cares about you. Find your best friend. Find your best freaking friend. Because that's what we got. And together, everything is better. Thank you, Luke Combs. But folks, I guess let's go grab a bite to eat. Let's go get this mop head and probably go find a new keyboard because I'm not plugging that joker back up. And since we have slept all day, guess what we're probably gonna do? We're playing some games. Definitely after our whole freaking everything almost came crashing down. I'm gonna play games, and I'm gonna play games happily. And I'm gonna play games with some joy and some, what's the word I'm looking for? Some gratitude. Because we almost didn't have the opportunity to play games for a long time. I mean, of course, we could always play on PlayStation, but then we couldn't have played had to play freaking split screen Fortnite. They have that now. Did you know that? They got split screen Fortnite. My mind had already went to there. I was like, you know what? Screw this. I don't know how we're gonna play games tonight. I guess we're gonna be playing some split screen Fortnite. But it's not happening. It went to your head too. I was like, oh, it is what it is. I guess we're shooting it back to the old days. Before there was split screen Fortnite, because there wasn't split screen Fortnite at one time. But yeah, folks, find your best friend and marry him. That's what I guess you should do. That's the best way to put it. Find your best friend and freaking marry him. Obviously. One that you're, you know, into. Not like I ain't going to get Marco and marry his silly self. But hey, y'all get what I'm trying to say. Y'all, there's no need to explain. There's no need to explain. Marry your best friend. Let's go get some food, folks. And we have made it somewhere to grab us a bite to eat, folks. And I guess sushi is the move. It shouldn't put on too much weight. It's pretty filling. You can get soup. You can get salad. We can get some sushi. Then we can go find us a mop head and maybe a keyboard so that we can still game tonight. Alrighty, our sushi was alright. The soup was pretty great. The salad was even greater. But the sushi, it was alright. Our avocado wasn't really like, I want to say fresh. Neither were the cucumbers in our California roll. But filled the space up in our belly. And the Wally World is like right there. Like literally right there. So let's run to Wally World. Let's go get a keyboard. Let's go get probably a mouse too. I haven't checked the mouse, but it was covered in water. It's probably got water inside of it, but at least the connection on that's not soaked, so it may still be good, but we will see. Oh, and get a mop head. I'm over here worried about the things that are gonna make me happy, not the things that we need. Let's get to the Wally World, folks. And we are here at the Wally World, folks. Let's run in here. Let's run out of here. Let's get the things that we need and a few of the things that we want and get our butts home so that we can catch some dubs and still get some rest tonight. Oh, that sounded like crud, folks. Like absolute crud. And you hear that? My voice is straight going out right there. But let's get in here and let's get out of here. Well, keyboard, mop head, and mouse all done, obtained. And JB needed a bar of chocolate. She needed me to tell y'all she got the chocolate too. That was not the most important part. The most important part was the keyboard and mouse. Not even the thing to clean our Ford. The keyboard and mouse. But we ended up getting a mechanical keyboard because I just figured, I was like, why would I buy the same thing when I was already trying to upgrade it? So we went ahead and got an actual gaming keyboard and an actual gaming mouse. So maybe we'll play on keyboard and mouse now. Who knows? Who knows? Probably not, honestly. Controllers are just the way. They're more accessible. They're easier to play. All you folks complaining about keyboard and mouse players, it's a skill issue, not a keyboard and mouse thing. Controller is 1,000 times easier to play on. That's just me. You got better control, better movement, better everything. But let's get home, folks, because now it's late. And, well, we want to catch some dubs. We also want to get some more sleep. I know JB don't care about the sleep because she gets to sleep all day tomorrow. But me, I gotta go get better tomorrow than I was today. No matter how I feel. We got antibiotics in us now. So we ain't getting no one sick. I think it's like 48 hours. But still, we're not getting anyone sick. We're not. So let's get home, folks, so we can catch some dubs. Unwind after this unexpected, not so great day. It wasn't that bad. Could have been worse. Like, I have no idea how our computer is still standing. Like, when I went down there, it was literally in a puddle of water, with water still running over it. that joker out of the wall and start sprinting towards the bed with it. Like, literally sprinting. But good news is, it's not messed up. No, literally the only thing that I would assume got messed up is the keyboard. And I don't even know if it actually got messed up. I'm just not plugging that joker back up to my freaking computer, because I got toilet water all over it. And I'm not putting my hands on something. They got toilet water on it. So, we got a new keyboard. We got a new mouse. We're going to end up making the most out of not such a great day. Because that's what we do. We make the most out of everything. Bah. And we have made it home, folks. And you know, I've forgotten just how much I enjoy going to Wally World at night. That is that's about just as good as standing at the bar, people watching. Honestly, the Walmart people watching might be better than the bar. It might be. There's always something going on in the Walmart late at night. But, folks, today may have not been our freaking day. You just gotta remember, when it rains, it freaking pours. When it rains, it pours. When one bad thing happens, you can expect 2, maybe 3, even 4 to happen, you know? And like I've told y'all before, but I think I'm gonna reiterate it. Sorry. Still sick. Still dealing with whatever this is. Still dealing with the funk. But if you allow one minor inconvenience to ruin your whole entire day, your whole entire life will be freaking ruined. Because there's going to be a minor inconvenience every freaking day of your life. That's just life. Being a fighter isn't just the punches and the kicks and the knees and the elbows. It's how you go through your life. You know what I mean? We could have broken down. We could have had a mental breakdown and crawled into bed and just given up for the day when the freaking water flooded. Just been like, dang it. But no. We had to be mature adults and we had to clean it up, 1. But 2, I mean, it just, there could have been a whole lot. It could have went a whole lot worse. Is I guess the best way to put it. Like, we really could have. It could have been a whole lot worse. But instead, both JB and I took a few deep breaths after some time of panicking. And we got to work cleaning it up, drying it up as quickly as we can, trying to get the room back in order. 3 hours later, we had gotten it back into order. And like I said, shit's just going to happen in life. And you're just going to have to figure out how to get through it sometimes. You're just going to have to buckle down and freaking persevere and push through. And days like this, honestly, they're kind of blessings in a weird way. Like, from getting sick to the computer almost being ruined. You forget how many things you really take for granted. Like, I take playing video games for granted. Like, it's just going to be there forever. Like, no matter what, you're just going to be able to go and boop and escape. And today we found out that in a matter of seconds, all of that could be wiped away. You take being healthy for granted. Like, you take your health for granted sometimes. I know we sure do. You know, like, we wake up every day of our lives, and we get to do what we love to do. Blessed that I can do that. But sometimes I take it for granted. I'm like, oh, I don't want to get up today. I don't want to go work out. I don't want to go eat better today than I was yesterday, you know? Deep down inside, every time that alarm goes off, it's a battle, it's a struggle, it's a fight to get up out of bed. I'm not saying every day, but a large majority of the days you do the same thing every day. It gets old. It does. But today, days like today, you realize how easily that can just be freaking stripped right from you. Heck, let's look at Ben Askren, for example. You really think he thought he was going to need a double lung transplant? No. But he's a perfect example of why to take care of your body. When you have something that's going on, get it checked out. I'm not saying you got to run to the doctor on every little bump or bruise or sniffly nose you got. But we did wake up this morning with a pounding migraine. Like, it wasn't just like a migraine. It was like this whole entire side of my body, like, cut it down the middle and push everything. That's what it felt like. Everything on that side was in excruciating pain. Then come to find out, the doctor thinks we have an abscess in the back of our throat, which is going to end up closing up our throat if the antibiotics don't work. She's like, if you have the symptoms worsen any, you need to get your butt up, skip the immediate care, and head right to the ER. And I was like, yes, ma'am, I will. Said a prayer, laid down. Once we woke up to go get our medicine, we had started to feel a little bit better. We got our medicine, and this when we had woken up, somehow, miraculously, we felt a million times better. Prednisone does a really, really, really good job of making you feel better virtually immediately. But as we were walking out of the door, we see a pile of water upstairs, and I'm like, hey, what's that? And JB goes, that's coming from the bathroom. Go check downstairs. I sprint downstairs, and everything was soaked. There's of course going to have to be some work done in the house now, but luckily we were able to get the flooding to stop. We were able to get the running water to stop. It didn't damage as much stuff as we had previously had thought, so that's a blessing and a half. I mean, all of today could have been worse. The thing that I'm most upset about isn't the not being able to get better today. It isn't the flood. It is the matter of we weren't able to go get the kids better today than they were yesterday. We had to cancel our very first class, and we had to cancel it like with 10 minutes to spare. And I just hate that. It's not me at all. I would have never done that unless it was an absolute emergency. But of course I couldn't shoot 3 inches of water in our basement. That's just not gonna work. So we had to clean that up, and luckily our parents and our kids and our students are very understanding. But that wrecked me. That broke my heart. That made me upset. Because we bring them we do this to give them an outlet. And what if one of them were just having a bad day and they were just ready to go and they're ready to get to jiu-jitsu, have their outlet, be able to unwind a little bit, be able to crack some jokes with me, be able to crack some jokes with our friends. That's what really hurts. Is that I failed them today. Failing myself, that's one thing, but failing someone else, that's another. And that destroys me. That destroys me on the inside. But again, we had to take care of this emergency. We got it taken care of. And honestly, I probably shouldn't be around them today anyways, because then that's just going to start a spiral of everyone getting sick in the room, and then we're just going to keep it looping around the room, you know what I mean? So, but I was fully ready to go get them better today than I was yesterday. They were yesterday. I mean, put the way that I feel to the side, put my emotions to the side, and we're going to go do what we got to do. Get these kids better today than they were yesterday. But we didn't get that opportunity. We didn't. Not at all. But we were definitely reminded how good JB and I work under pressure together. How we are like the ultimate freaking team. And that makes me smile. Because I know when the world falls apart, when life is crushing under us, there's one thing we always still got. And that's each other. And honestly, folks, that's the most important thing in life. I love fighting. I love video games, but at the end of the day, if it all ended today, as long as JV is still standing there, everything will be okay. It will. But, of course, we still got goals to reach. Still got aspirations to chase. And we still got dreams to turn into reality. So, that whole spew about the fighting and the gaming and all of that being gone soon is not going to be gone soon. That's not what I'm saying by any means. But I am saying if it was gone, if I woke up tomorrow and it was all gone, as long as she's still standing there, we're okay. Just a good reason to give up the party life, folks. As someone who works in the party life, it's not really that special. There's nothing special about it. Honestly. You go through meaningless relationship after another. For what? What? To say you're cool? What's the point of that? I guess, degrade your body, poison your body for what? To think you're cool? No. Find that one person who truly clicks with you, who, like I said, is your best friend. And stinking treat them right. Marry them. Marry them, folks. Okay, you ain't got to marry them, but treat them right. That's all I can really say. That's the true meaning of life. It's to find that very important person and just ride these freaking waves with them, folks. But after a not so, I would say it's not such a great day, but I like to look for silver lining and things. We got to completely clean the inside of the house. That's nice. We got an upgraded keyboard and mouse. That's nice. Something I probably wouldn't have done for like another year. We got to get some recovery in, so that's also nice. The getting sick today, yeah, it sucked. But at least it's better today than it would be on Friday or Saturday. So I guess that's pretty nice too. See, folks, you can always find the silver lining in things. But I guess let's take our butts inside and finish finding the silver lining in things by going and catching some freaking dubs. Hope to see you there, folks. And good night. BillyGoat freaking loves ya. And remember, folks, stay strong, persevere, push forward, turn those dreams into freaking reality, and try to find that silver lining in everything.